What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a little bit of a first impressions, new to me products. These aren't new products on the market, but they're new products that I bought at the Sephora sale. So I was very excited to try everything out today. I haven't used any of these things before, and we did this little monochromatic pink look, and I love it. And I am going to share with you how I love to use blush as a eye color. It's another great way to use what you have and use products in different ways. So I'm excited to share that with you guys. So I really love how this turned out, and I hope you guys enjoy this, and thank you for watching. Let's get started. I'm so excited to play with some of these products today. So I did my morning skincare routine a couple hours ago. It's now the afternoon, so I'm just gonna refresh my hydration. So I'm just gonna spray my face. Cardinal sin if you don't spray your face before moisturizer. It's like, it's a no. It's a no in my household. You must spray your face before moisturizer. So this is the Badescu Lavender facial spray. All the scents are amazing. I love them, and they're very affordable. And then I'm going to use the Summer Fridays, it's all almost gone, Summer Fridays Jet Lag Mask, but as a moisturizer. It's great to hydrate even under the eyes, so it's kind of a really nice all-in-one product. I can't even, this might be the last leg of this stuff, but it's great for even under the eyes. So pre-makeup application, I do really love this. If you're looking for like a refresh on moisturizer. And obviously it's a face mask too, so if you wear it at night, you put a thick layer on and you can sleep in it, and it soaks everything, just the hydration soaks in. So I just recommend it for anyone who has dry skin, and especially for winter, you want something to wear at night. And it's so multi-purpose that I love it so much. So that's good, just a little bit of hydration, extra hydration. And then I'm just gonna put some Aquaphor on my lips so they're prepped when we do lipstick later. Aquaphor, basic. For foundation, I am so excited because the Sephora sale just happened, and I had a gift card as well. So I decided to splurge and buy the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. Pretty much everybody I know speaks like this is like the best foundation ever made. I have not heard a bad thing about it, so I was like, well, I just want to try it and see, because I always, as you guys know, when I use foundation on here, and most of the time is MAC Face and Body, which is very lightweight, very buildable. I love it. It has a dewy, sheeny finish, so I'm excited to try this because this is more of a satin finish and more of a fuller coverage foundation, which I don't own anything like this. I'm going to pump a little bit onto actually the palm of my hand here. It might take a while because it's brand new. And I got shade matched in Sephora for this color, so hopefully that works out still, but I never like to put things directly onto my skin. I like to put something on my hand and then warm it up and then dot it on. That's kind of how I prefer my makeup application. So I'm just gonna do a light layer on one side of my face first. And I'm excited as well because I got the Rare Beauty foundation brush, the new Selena Gomez brand. I have not tried anything from her line, but I needed a new foundation brush, and this looked like such a good one. I've heard great reviews, so here we go, 2 new products together. The shade is really, I think, really good for my skin, so that's nice. I mean, blends out really easily. It's almost like, it feels like nothing. Let me do the other side, light layers. If you guys don't watch Daisy Cash, her channel, I love her channel. I love the way she does foundation. I love her techniques for everything, and that's kind of, I started doing stuff like her because I think The technique of just using really light layers of stuff works well, and you'll get the most seamless application and you won't overdo it on product, because most of the time you don't need a ton of product. Just to even out your skin tone, you need like almost nothing. But this is feeling really nice. I'm just gonna put some extra over here on my little pigmentation. I don't do a lot on my forehead because most people don't need a ton of foundation on their forehead, and if you have a lot on there, it's kind of a dead giveaway you're wearing foundation. So that's another tip too, is kind of only apply where you need and light layers. Yeah, it is a more satin finish. I normally prefer like a really dewy foundation, but this, if you have an event or you're going somewhere or you're going to be out kind of a long time wearing foundation, I think would be an amazing choice for a foundation. It looks like pretty flawless. So love the brush, love the foundation. I'm so excited. I have a new concealer as well, and I have the NudeStix concealer. This is a new product, and also it's new to me, so that's exciting. It'll be a little bit of a review. And I have the shade 3. I did swatch this earlier on my hand, and it is a little more peachy than my skin tone. I have a pretty golden yellow skin tone. I'm just gonna do it on, like I said, I don't like to swipe things on my skin. I just think it puts way too much product on your face than you actually need, and it doesn't, that technique just never works for me. I always find it gets really cakey, and I like to use my finger to warm stuff up. So I just put a tiny bit in the back of my hand. You can see how peachy it is, but that might work well for the under eye. It's not actually translating that peachy on the under eye right now, but I'm just buffing in a tiny bit with my finger. The color looks nice. It's actually brightening a little bit. And it feels like nothing. That is really nice. And I've mentioned this in my other videos. You guys will always see me like picky and complaining about concealer. It's my #1. Has to be the right formula, because if it looks too heavy or it emphasizes any lines under your eyes or looks dry, I'm out. I can't deal with a dry under eye and some bad concealer. It's like the worst. Everything else I can work with, I can make it work, but bad concealer is just bad concealer. I'm gonna do the other eye. Just a little bit in the back of my hand, warming it up, and then tapping it in underneath. This is really nice, you guys. Okay, so I am going to use this on a couple other spots on my face. So I'm going to take out my favorite concealer brush, the Morphe E8. I'm going to put a little bit more on the back of my hand. This color, actually, I'm shocked. It's working really nicely under my eye. I'm going to buff it in now on the back of my hand with my brush. And I'm just going to go over these spots over here in between my brows. I like to have a little bit of extra coverage. I don't know why. I just do. Around my nose and my mouth. Okay, everything is looking really, really flawless. It's a lot more satiny than I'm used to, but everything is sitting really beautifully on the skin. And I've got dry skin, so like I will tell you guys, I will call it out. If something looks dry and gross, I am not wearing it. So I'm very impressed by those two products. I'm gonna keep trying them out for a couple days, but this foundation really, it's worth the hype, especially if you have somewhere to go. I think this is a very nice finish if you're gonna be in photographs, or gonna be out for quite a long time and need something that will last long and won't get like too sticky. But whoa, really nice. Also love the brush. This was really nice. I'm glad I bought it. I'm not gonna powder actually because I don't feel like I need it. So I'm gonna move on to brows. I'm using the Hourglass Arch Brow Volumizing Fiber Gel per usual in soft brown. And I'm just gonna run it through my brows quick. Wow, flawless. That's good. Oh my god. Moving on to bronzer, and another new product I'm trying. It's not new on the market, but it's new to me. And it's the Tower 28 Bronzino cream bronzer, and I have the shade West Coast. And look at how beautiful this is. I've heard mixed reviews. The packaging is really gorgeous. I think just very minimal and just very beautiful, and I love this packaging. I love a cream bronzer that's in a pan like this, so you can just dip your brush straight into it. And I usually use, where is it? I usually use my Heavenly Luxe cheek brush from IT Cosmetics for cream products, bronzer or blush. I've heard mixed reviews because some people say it's way too shimmery for a bronzer. I like shimmery bronzers, so I'm excited to see how this plays. The RMS cream bronzer, I forget what it's called now, but I had that for many years, and I would always get compliments on my skin when I wore it, and it just makes the skin look really healthy. So I'm going to dip into the pan with my brush, pick it up, and place it where I would normally place my bronzers. I can already tell I'm going to like it. It's very shimmery, but it's very pigmented as well. And I was worried it was going to be like very sheer and bronzy. That would just mean like it would be a highlighter, but it is very bronze pigmented. I'm already loving it. I'm so excited I have this. So I'm just putting it a little bit higher on my cheekbone than I normally would, because I think this can double as a highlighter when you're using it, and you don't have to use highlighter because it is so shimmery, but you really do get that bronze payoff. Very pigmented. I maybe went a little heavy-handed at first, but I can go over that with my foundation brush to calm that down a little bit. So I'm going to do this side a little more. This is so pretty. Oh my god, I'm so happy I got this. This I also got at on the Sephora sale because I was wanting to try it. So I'm glad I picked it up when it was a little bit more discounted. Although Tower 28 is not crazy expensive either, which is really nice. It is a clean beauty brand. I'm loving this. I'm going to do a little bit on my nose. I'm going to flip my brush over because this brush is great. It's double-sided, and I'm just going to do a little bit on the sides of my nose here. Kind of as a contour, but kind of not. Just more like a sun-kissed look. I just brought a little bit on my chin. You can see what a healthy glow it gives. I think I'm actually going to skip highlighter. I don't have a new highlighter anyways to show you guys, so I think I'm going to skip highlighter because when you use a product like this, you don't need it. It can overdo it if you add too much and look fake and look like a Tin Man if you add too much highlighter when you already have a glow going, but this looks so beautiful on its own. So I think we're going to skip highlighter and we're going to move on to blush. And my blush I'm going to show you guys is also not a new product, but new to me, and it's the Cover FX Monochromatic Blush Duos. They have bronzers as well, and it's a matte and a shimmer. And this is in the color Spiced Cinnamon. So you get a matte color and then you get a shimmery color. And I thought this would be so great for fall, but also for summer because it gives you that kind of like sunburnt look, which I love. That's my favorite type of blush look to have. I'm just going to use the matte color because I have so much glow going on with the bronzer, but I'm going to use this product somewhere else. So we're going to deal with that later. I'm going to use my Sonia Kashuk small point blush brush. And I'm just going to dip into the matte side. Tap some off and kind of lightly start building this. I heard these are very pigmented, so I don't want to overdo it. But I love blush. So pretty. And I always bring my blush like high up and across my nose. I think that looks the most natural and it looks like flushed skin. You of course don't have to do this technique, but I just prefer the way it looks and it just looks very healthy. Okay, we are gonna move on to eyes, and I'm gonna use this as well for my eyes because I'm gonna do a pinky kind of eye, and I want to show you guys how you can use blush for eyeshadow for a monochromatic look, because I know not a lot of people have, you know, an extensive eyeshadow collection or don't wear eyeshadow regularly. I don't on the daily basis wear eyeshadow. I just use my bronzer or my blush as eyeshadow. I think that's just honestly the easiest, and it's like less products you have to use in one day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start building on the eyelid with the matte color, and I'm just going to sweep it all the way across the lid, but I'm going to also use a bronzer as well to define the eye and maybe add the shimmer. We're just going to play a little bit and see where we get. But I love already the monochromatic look you get. So I'm just swiping it into my crease like I normally do, light motions, building the shape, and a little bit out. And I'm just going to sweep it all across the lid as well. Pretty. So we just get like this color and this color kind of mirror each other, and it just, I think, looks so beautiful, and it's so easy day to day. Opens your eye and just looks lovely. So I'm going to do the same in the other eye, and then we're going to build on this. So we just have a nice little shape going on with the pink color, and I love the matchy-matchiness of it. I think it's actually so pretty and very refreshing, and I love the pink, but it's not like girly pink. It's more of a raspberry cranberry pink, and I think it's so pretty. So I'm going to take the shimmery color here, and I'm going to use my finger. So pretty. You can see here it's very shimmery. And I'm going to press this on my lid to add a little bit of glow on the lid. And this is actually translating so beautifully. It's not overpowering, but it just adds a little bit of shine. And you can kind of see what I did there. It's not like a glittery thing, because obviously it's blush and it's not going to be a glittery color, but it just adds a wash of shine that I really enjoy. I am so happy that I bought this, and I highly recommend if you need new blushes or bronzers, because they have bronzers, to go for this, because it's just stunning. And it shows you don't have to own a massive eyeshadow palette or tons of eyeshadows. You really can work with a blush and bronzers to map out your eye and create really fun looks. So, you know, it's a little trick that you guys can do. You can stop here. This is totally fine and gorgeous as it is. I am going to build on this a little bit just for the sake of a YouTube video, because I'm here. So I'm going to take my same fluffy brush I was using, and I'm going to dip into my little mini Benefit Hoola bronzer just to map a little bit around the crease shadow. So we get a very blown out bronzy look as well, to match the bronze that we have going on here. Because I'm also the new lipstick that I have is a nude brown color, so I kind of want to bring that into the mix. So I'm just gonna, on top of the crease here, use my bronzer. You don't have to have eyeshadow, and create this easy transition. One last thing, also, you don't have to do it, but I am having so much fun and I'm playing. I'm going to whip out my Colourpop I Love Ceti in Through My Eyes palette. This is Karen's palette. It's old, it's not new. But I'm going to use this color Misbehave down here. It's like a very rich cranberry, just to make a little subtle wing, just to add something else to the look, but I want to keep it monochromatic. So just taking a angled brush, dipping into that color, because I love this palette so much, and I don't get to use it often, so I might as well. I'm here. I'm just going to create a subtle wing. So I go from the bottom of my eye here, and I match the corner of my eyebrow. If you don't know how to make a wing, or the angle to make a wing at, if you're doing a wing with liquid liner or shadow, this is the easiest thing to do. Just match your bottom lash line to the corner of your eyebrow, and you'll get kind of the same shape on both eyes. That's what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to take a smudger brush and blend that in so it's not so defined. I just want the idea of a wing, not something super harsh. And it just gives a little whoop to the eye. So I'm gonna do the same on the other eye and we'll be right back. You can see it just kind of brings the eye shape up a little bit, and I love to do that. You could honestly even just use the blush, and since you're adding more pigment to what's already on there, it will add a bit of a shadow and do the same idea for you. I just want to use this palette because I have it. So for the lower lash line, I'm just gonna mix my bronzer and my blush to just smoke out the bottom lash line quickly. I'm using a little pencil brush just because I don't want it to go down too far. I want it to be kind of close to the lash line. And just match the bottom with the top here. Okay, I promise we're almost done with eyes. I'm just having a lot of fun playing. I'm going to pop from the same Colourpop palette, this color Lucido on the inner corner. Just going to use my ring finger in the palette here and pop a little bit in the inner corner. It's very pigmented, just so we get a little brightness in there. And I'm gonna just use another little pencil brush to blend it out. Before mascara, I just want to add or define my upper lash line a little bit. So I'm gonna use my favorite. These eyeliner pencils are so good. They really are worth the price. It's the Marc Jacobs Highliner, and this is in Brownie. They last forever. They're so waterproof, but they're so creamy to put on. It's like the most ideal pencil I've ever used, I think. So I'm just gonna add this to my upper lash line. And for mascara, I'm gonna use my favorite Maybelline, the Falsies Lash Lift. 2 coats on the top, 1 coat on bottom, in black. I always try to look forward in this mirror here, but I can't see anything, so I'm gonna use my mirror here. Mascara's on. I'm loving this eye look, and you honestly could just stop right at the point where you did the blush, but adding that little bit of bronzer and that other color just to define the eye and make a little wing is so beautiful, and it's monochromatic, which I love, so I'm so excited. I was just checking in the mirror like close up, and the skin looks pretty wild. I normally don't do this kind of like flawlessy of a base. I like a little bit of like glowy imperfection thing, but man, if you need a flawless looking foundation but feels like nothing, Armani Luminous Silk, big fan. For lips, this is by no means a new product, but it's new to me, and I was watching Daisy Cash most recent video. I think it was her, I don't know, I'll link it above, but she uses this lipstick and she said it's her ultimate favorite nude lipstick, and I was like, I obviously have to get it. And I don't have a color like this, but it's the Revlon Super Lustrous lipsticks, and this is in Brazilian Tan, and it is a very sheer but buildable warm nude. This I don't have a color like in my collection. I feel like my nudes are all very peachy or pink, which I love as well, but I don't have a color like this, and for $8, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna add a little bit of lip liner. I think to kind of tie in the pinkiness, I'm gonna use the Makeup Forever Aqua Lip. These are very good. This is in 3C, and it's like a pinky nude, just to kind of define the lips a little bit more and bring in the pinkiness. But this color is beautiful. Another tip is if you want to wear a certain lipstick but you don't know if it's going to match the lip look you have, or you want to kind of tie things back in, and if things don't match too well, do your lipstick first and then pick a lip liner that would kind of tie it together, because sometimes it's easier to do lip liner after lipstick, and it just is an easier transition, I think, as far as color goes. So that's a little tip. This is the final look. I am so happy with how this turned out. I am kind of shocked at how well everything worked, because I'm a very skeptical first-time user of pretty much any product, so I can't really say a bad thing about any of this stuff. I will say the shining star for me is this Tower 28 bronzer. If you love shimmery bronzers, this is so beautiful. I can't say enough good things about it. I look like I just came back from vacation, which definitely did not. Love this. This is the shining star for me. If you guys enjoyed this look and have fun playing, and again, use what you have, use things for different reasons, and create fun stuff. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and share with all of your friends. Spread the word. I'm having so much fun doing this. This is like my favorite thing ever. I look forward to. So we got to keep the train moving. So if you guys like and subscribe, there's more to come. So thank you so much.